I'm gonna put it to you simply. I want you to be our starting quarterback. And I'm talking from day one. If you work hard, you focus, and you commit, you're not only going to graduate here with a 4-year degree, we're gonna win a national championship together.
Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them,
I want to thank everyone for showing up today.
I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who helped me along the way. It's because of... I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who helped me along the way. It's because...
Hey, don't forget to thank your mom. Never forget to thank your mom. Mind telling me where you're going to be signing?
Actually, it's why I'm hiding it here.
Well, I know you'll make the right choice. And if you need any advice, I'm always here.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime. Actually, I've been meaning to run into you. Hello? Hello?
Who's it gonna be?
Okay.
Big decision. No pressure.
Ready, set, hot, hot.
With this team's star starting quarterback out, they're turning to a kid who's never taken a snap in college. Not one.
Look, their game plan isn't complicated. Drop back, scan the field, and throw it to Isaiah Street. That's what got them to the college football playoff, and that's what's going to keep them in this game.
Drop back, scan, and throw. We're not sure the new kid can do any of these things. Don't you think that's a little harsh, Nate? 4 years ago, he was a 5-star recruit. They had high hopes for this dude.
Doesn't that say something right there? What happened to that trust?
Coach, you want to see me?
Come in. I want you to be the first to know that Marcus Washington decommitted last night. And he's coming here.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You said I was going to be the starter.
He's the #1 recruit in the country, son. And there's no guarantees in college football. I'm sorry.
I'm not going anywhere. Bring him in. I'll win the job. You'll see.
If you're the coach, how do you let 5-star talent waste away on the bench for this long?
No. Better question is, if you're a young 5-star recruit, why do you stay with a coach that doesn't play you?
Because he's got something to prove. To who? To that coaching staff, man. I mean, the same group of guys who spent the last 4 years telling him, you're not good enough. He's got to prove it to those guys.
Yeah, take this.
All right, gentlemen. Like Coach and I always say, second you step off this bus, you're on a business trip. So we got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Oh, you ask me, you're the guy to get it done.
Hey, JoJo.
You was wait. I did.
Yes. Glad you noticed.
Hey, boy.
Game day, baby. Game day.
Get in there. Whoa, whoa. The event staff is around the corner, you see. Hey, babe, go on in there.
Uh-huh.
This is for players and coaches only.
I'm here to play LSU.
What?
The Tigers, yeah.
You? Okay. What's your name?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah,
I don't know who you are, but go ahead.
I'm the quarterback.
What?
yeah.
Excuse me. You're the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Don't look so surprised. It's my job to know the roster. I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm working the sidelines tonight.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna record them.
Okay.
All right? So, we all know your situation tonight, but we really don't know much about you as a quarterback. How would you describe your style of play?
Oh, well,
Oh, man. Hey, what's up, man? Well, I'm one of those guys who thrives in chaos. You know, even when the pocket's collapsing, I can buy time and push the ball downfield.
Okay. Now, how about your personality? Or better yet, how would your teammates describe you?
how my teammates describe me.
Yeah, were you intense? You were cutthroat, a great leader, a jokester? Give me something.
You know, back in high school, guys did kind of find me pretty intense.
Intense, okay.
Yo, Taylor. Hey, can I borrow him for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Wait, hold up. You're a Heisman voter, right? Hey, I'm coming for that award next year. Look out for me.
Oh, I will.
Okay. All right, listen. You ready, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Because winning the national championship means everything to me. All right, I made a promise to my brother. And since I can't throw the ball to myself, we need to be on the same page, you feel me?
I got you, man. Got you.
All right.
You ready? Now! Ready? Hit it! Set up. 10 Lobo. Say go. Ready. Ready. You go. 60 oar. Big Ripper. Big Ripper. Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Shoot. Set. 70 Indy. Ready, ready. Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Let's go. Set, ready? 8, read. 5. Break. Set, hut. Come on, set. 18 Gator. Get it.
Easiest pitch and catch. And you do that tonight, and we move on.
All right, I just talked to Coach. He insists on going with a simplified game plan for you tonight.
What do you think?
Well, his thinking is we keep it simple, you don't get overwhelmed, and then we rely on the defense to do their part.
Wait, hold on. This is a joke?
All right, look, Coach just wants to put him in the best position to succeed.
No, this ain't high school ball, man. All right, this is the semifinals. If we go out there and simplify, they're going to destroy us. Come on, this is crazy, right? Right?
Agreed. Coach needs to wake up. I'm ready for this.
Forget about him, man.
Listen, I don't care how much you played, you're a leader on this team. Leaders, sometimes they have to do what's right, even if they don't like it.
Got it, Coach. I got you.
Yeah?
The 2018 college football season has been a wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Miami Hurricanes.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. Means a lot.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, LSU. From the gun, Thomas. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The Tigers of LSU looking for their 4th title in school history. They were champs way back in 1958 and twice in this century so far, 2003 and 2007. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Thomas. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way down to the 26. And what a big-time play there. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Thomas will look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run on 1st down. Larson, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, It's Larson, and he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, being chased out left. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. On first down, it's Joseph. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now, it's Larson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, wide open is Streets. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Love. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think that's an example of how the game speed is different than in practice, because in practice, you might not be going full speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts to how the speed really picks up in this game, and if he's able to get rid of the football.
And think about it, Charles. That's the first time he's hit the ground with a sack since his high school days. He played in a couple spring games, but those were non-contact for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're wearing a different color jersey. No one hits the QB, even in the spring game.
Throwing on third and long. Love. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. Livingston. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Thomas, operating from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. LSU with a 1st and 10. To throw is Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Livingston. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Thomas now. Off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 2nd down, Livingston. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. C.J. Trahan there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. On 1st down, Love. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Love. Love's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah Streets, 46 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Well, when we were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Thomas. And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Thomas. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Thomas. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here they go with Livingston. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Thomas. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go. Do it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before break. Love. He'll let it go deep for Streets. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take this in for a Miami touchdown. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Who's up? We up. Who's up? We up. Let's go.
Hey, kid. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how we play. Let's go. We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of wheeze in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates. But you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey.
Coach.
Really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
That's right. Should have trusted me. That's why you recruited me.
Well, I can't change the past. So, let's go finish this thing off in the second half. As a team.
Thanks, Coach.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. There's the University of Miami, their offense, ready to get the drive started. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days, right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback, a 4-year starter, 8,000 passing yards. Isaiah, a year younger, he was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. From the gun, Love, flush to his right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Simmons. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now, we know this offense has, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. From 17 yards out, and the Hurricanes add on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Livingston. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Thomas. Operating from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. To throw on third down. Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Joseph. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Joseph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, they're going option left. And he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. On 1st down, Thomas throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there. I think in the 4th quarter, they got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
1st and 10, LSU. They'll run here with Deku. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, Deku. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be a run with Livingston. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a 1st and goal, LSU. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down now, McGrath. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Deku. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Get that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 11 yards there, first down.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I've really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle, playing with a lot of confidence, and that confidence has been transmitted to the rest of the team.
They'll run on first down. Larson, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Off the play fake. Love. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. So on the strength of 3 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the Miami Hurricanes are moving on to play for a national championship on Monday, January the 7th.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
That was a gutsy performance out there tonight. You took us to a national championship when nobody, and I mean nobody, expected you to. And for what it's worth, I'm really glad you stayed 4 years ago.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby, we going to the chip. Woo. One more game, baby. We got this, man. Oh, yeah. Football's my life, man. But you got to stay grounded in what's important. So I got a little surprise for you.
Isaiah!
Em, looking good, Emily. Oh, and I'm loving this hat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Absolutely. Is that magenta? Fuchsia? What color is that?
Okay. Hey, I bet he'd probably be good at off the board, huh?
Yeah.
Look, Emily has the best games.
Okay. If you had a unicorn, would you want its mane to be purple or pink?
Well.
Well, these are both tough, but good options. I think I'm gonna have to go with purple.
Purple. No, look. You see, look, you don't pick from the options given. All right, the game is in the name. Off the board. Now it's playing. Okay, look, if I had a unicorn, I'd have a mane that matches its horn. silver.
I'd go with Onyx.
Onyx. Okay. I told you she's a pro.
Hey, how are you? Todd Atwood. I'm Emily's dad.
Hi.
Can I talk to you for a second? She's too shy to ask, but Emily wanted to know if you could do something for her in the national championship game.
Yeah, of course. Anything.
She wanted you to throw 3 touchdowns.
3? I thought I said 4.
4 touchdowns? Is that okay?
Well, 4 touchdowns is a lot. Yeah, but how can you turn down this face? Look at that. But I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
Don't worry. He'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you, Emily.
You too.
All right.
We're days away from the national championship. Big question on everyone's mind. Can lightning strike twice? Last week, we saw a quarterback with no game day experience lead his team to victory in the college football playoff semifinal. Kyle, is this kid good enough to win a championship?
Not at all.
That's it? No, that's it. But hold on. I don't think he has to be. And let me tell you what I mean. There is so much talent on that team on both sides of the ball. Manage the game. Don't make the big mistake. I think they have a real shot. I do.
Kyle, we don't like managers of the game here at the table. Very boring, just like your shirt. I feel you, but I disagree. The team has a ton of talent, but they're going to need this dude to make some plays. They're not going to win if they hand the ball off 50 times.
You two be nice. You, Peter Schrager, do you think he'll rise to the challenge?
I do, as long as the pressure doesn't get to him.
Yeah, for real. He's about to feel that pressure. Listen, there's a lot of weight on this dude's shoulders right now. He wins this game, he punches his ticket to the NFL. He loses, and we'll see, I guess.
And then if you're a coach, how do you handle this? What do you say to a kid that has so much to lose on that field?
Hey, can I talk to you a minute?
Sure, Coach.
You know, I know it's hard to shut out all the noise. It's a lot of pressure. The only thing that we can control is what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is a game of football. Same rules as always. So you gotta take a step back. All right? You gotta breathe it in. You find a way to appreciate this moment, this time with your teammates, take in the crowd. Man, you do that, and everything gets real quiet. All right? So breathe. Take it in. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I got you, Coach. Yeah, thanks.
Go.
Yeah.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Florida State Seminoles taking on the Miami Hurricanes. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. He's 1-0 as a collegiate starter, but now the pressure rises big time as the Hurricanes come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Larson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Quick slant caught by Streets. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run on first down. Larson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. The Hurricanes, of course, a 3-time national champion back in the 80s, 83, 87, 89. They then added 2 more for good measure in 91 and 2001. But they haven't held that trophy since. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love escaping the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. To throw on 2nd down. Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah Streets there to make the grab. And the Hurricanes have taken the early lead.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, George. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, The blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Now Wilhoit. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
Right? Grease board, computer, exactly what you want there. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Over the middle, it's Isaiah Streets. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They turn to Larson here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Love. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Check flipper. Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Check 9. Get it.
On first down, Larson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Cox trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, George. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Operating from the gun. Love is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Love. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Stephen McNichols, 33 yards. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to get their next drive going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on third down, George. For Florida State, they're seeking their 4th national championship. They were winners back in 1993, also in 99, and then most recently back in 2013. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now George. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
George to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. George looking to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the gun on third down, George. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14, Seminoles 3.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey, you know how much this means to me, right? Of course I do. Then make it happen. Okay, man.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready,
Ready to get this drive underway. The Seminole offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. George. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brady. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 1st and 10 now, Florida State. They'll run now with Will Hoyt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, George. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to like their position. They lead this championship game, 2 quarters to play. What's the course of action in this second half?
I think you continue to show your quarterback that you've got faith in him. Continue to run the offense the way you did in the first half. Continue to give him opportunities. But behind his back, head coach is telling the offensive play caller, if you see any moments where it feels too big for him, be ready to dial this game plan back.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, Love. Throw left side taken in by Streets. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, all the prognosticators have a first-round grade on Isaiah Street should he decide to jump to the NFL after this season. But all indications are that he wants to come back and play college ball one more year with his eyes firmly set on winning the Heisman Trophy. And you better believe that has the folks back on campus extremely excited. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, exit. 0-0, Mike Green. Stay with your man.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simmons. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nikhil Simmons there to make the grab. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down. George brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the carry, this is Wilhoit. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
On 2nd down now, it's Larson, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. A carry for Larson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Larson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Back to throw. Love. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written. But what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there. Isaiah Street's the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Looking to throw. Love. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Flushed out right. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.